We need to get these things in the ground. I really do need to, oh, knock it off. I really do need to get our area that we're gonna make our garden on. I need to get it tilled up. I need to get the pigs over there to work on their half. We're gonna do a test. I'm gonna till half of it. We have enough space over there to make 20 4-foot by 100-foot rows. And I know this won't fill 20 100 by 4-foot rows at all, but we're not done. This is just the first batch. But we're gonna try something out. We're gonna do a test to see who does it better. We're gonna till half of the garden area with my tractor and make our rows. And the other side, we're gonna use our pigs. We're gonna let them till up and make our rows. And just kind of compare the outcome of each side. Y'all like my new shirt? I'm trying to even out my tan line. So yeah, so we're gonna work on that this weekend. But first, I'm gonna work on this garage. Bailey, I got home the other day and Bailey had done an awesome, gave me an awesome surprise and had cleared up this whole side over here. So you can actually like walk around now. So that's pretty great. So she organized all of the yard tools and everything. So now it's my job to work on this side. I'm gonna tear out all of this metal shelving because the wood on it is old. There's ratty stuff all over it. And all of the planks on them are old and sagging and stuff. So I'm gonna take them down for now because I don't have new planks to put in them. So I'm just gonna take them down and we're gonna set up our own stuff and kind of get this area set up. I need to build a workbench in here. I don't know if I'll get that done this weekend, but it's definitely on the plan. I need all this stuff to be cleaned up to even start on that. So that's what we're gonna do. We got a little bit of a breeze outside. It feels really nice right here in the doorway, but as soon as we walk in there, it is just stiff as ever and hot. Oh, I don't know how the dogs hang out in here all day. Seems like a really daunting task, but let's get it done. Let's get to work here. All right, I'm gonna say it. It's hot, especially in this barn where there's no air movement really, and then the metal is just kind of making everything else in here. You know, heat from the sun and everything, and just makes it really hot out here. Makes it really rough. So I pulled all these shelves out and got this area here cleaned up. The concrete right here slopes, like it's sloping away from the house, but then it dips right here and flattens back out. This was definitely an add-on, but I mean, it wasn't done very well because when it rains outside, the water comes underneath the bottom of this barn. Just a little bit that I've noticed, about to where it comes out about as far as until the concrete flattens back out. So maybe this is just kind of like a little dip and it sits right there, so that's not good. But there's really nothing that I could do about that, I don't think, unless I got self-leveling concrete and put a whole new layer of concrete in the garage, and I'm not gonna do that. So we'll deal with what we got. But what it does do is cause these shelves to sit forward if they're not sitting on anything. So I need to get some 2x4s to set them on so that they'll be leveled out. And they were already sitting on some 2x4 blocks, so I'm just gonna reuse those and put them back up there. And I'm just gonna arrange them differently to where it'll work better for us. All right, we're getting it there. We're getting it there. We got all the shelves cleaned off. Now I can't reuse any, sadly, I can't reuse any of the particle board that were sitting here as the shelves. All of them were bent and messed up. So I'm gonna have to just make us a whole bunch of new ones, which, I mean, that won't get done for a little bit, probably a couple weeks at least, but at least we're at a point where I can put things around here and maybe put my toolbox up here. And we're to a point where, I mean, at least it's gonna be decent. It'll be cleaned up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these two bottom rungs off here, and I'll slide in my drawer and my slide box, or my other toolbox, into there. So let's do that real quick. Now I need to get all this cleaned up, and I have to take the drawers out of the toolbox in order to move it. That thing is heavy, but I can move it by myself if I take all the drawers out, and that's okay because I need to reorganize them anyway. There's a farm workout for you. Move your toolbox around. Deadlifting toolboxes. Ugh. I got Bailey picked me up some of these shirts so I could try to get rid of some of this pasty whiteness. Why does everything always want to cut me? Things that shouldn't cut me all the time. Go throw some tape around that real quick. Started doing our evening chores this evening, so we're walking out here to see the pigs and give them a scoop of food. Everyone keeps asking about the camper. It's still here. It's sold, but it's still here. I'm just waiting on the guy that purchased it to come pick it up, and he kind of fell off the map, so we're not sure what's going on there.
Piggy, 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 piggy.
Look at this. So we just cleared this out the other day, and I mean, they've underbrushed all of it.
Coming out. And then Sebastian did too. Hi, Doji. Hi, piggy, piggy, piggy.
These guys have underbrushed all of this. You can see right through it. Everything that's left is just this tall tree weed thing. I'm not sure what those are. You grab their food bowl right there.
Can I have a scoop of feed in my hand?
You can try.
Ah, just my finger. You want to see my fingers, not the feed. Come here. These are my fingers. That's my finger. There you go, guys.
These guys are getting ready to get out of this pen. We picked up some fencing stuff today, and we might actually try to get them out of here maybe by... We're waiting on the fencing. So by the end of the week, probably next Friday, we'll be pulling them out. Or this Friday. So probably on Friday, we'll get them out of here and get them over to the garden area to do some work over there. Here's a comparison. So I was standing right here, and we looked in right here. This was the second pen. We had the hog wire going up in between here. So that's gone, and they've been out here for just a few days. They've had access to this area over here. So right here, if you look at it now, this is the footage from the other day before I opened it up to them, and this is what we have now. They've done some great work. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm excited to see what they do in some of the other areas that we have planned for them to go. We're just kind of knocking out little projects here and there, you know, just try to get one project done a day. Today it was getting the garage set up. Next we're gonna do the garden bed. We're gonna get that tilled up and start working on that. We need to get our plant starts in the ground pretty quick because they're starting to kind of outgrow their pots. They got some roots coming out. Those are decomposable pots, and they're starting to kind of decompose. Starting to get easier to tear. So we're gonna work on getting getting that garden area tilled up, and getting those rows made so we can get them in there.
Standing over there, I'm getting beat.